Does the path to success always require the guiding hand of an expert? This is a question that we often find ourselves wrestling with. We're entrenched in the belief that the wisdom of those more experienced is a key ingredient in the recipe for success. From childhood, we're taught to seek guidance, to learn from those who've walked the path before us. And sure, there's merit in this. Experts, with their wealth of knowledge and experience, do indeed hold value. They can provide us with insights, shortcuts, and strategies, helping us navigate the often tumultuous waters of life's various pursuits. But here's a thought. What if this reliance on experts, this dependency on external guidance, is not our stepping stone but rather our stumbling block? What if the very thing we see as our ladder to success is actually keeping us from reaching our full potential? But what if this reliance on experts is actually holding us back? A heavy reliance on experts can be a dangerous game. You know, there's a certain allure to leaning on the wisdom of so-called experts, isn't there? It's comforting to think that someone else has already done the hard work, that they've figured out the path to success, and all we have to do is follow their lead. But let's pause for a moment and consider the potential pitfalls of this way of thinking. Imagine for a moment listening to an expert who promises you the moon. They've got a foolproof plan. They've got all the answers. It's all so enticing, so you invest your time, your money, your hopes into this expert's plan. But then things don't pan out as promised. You've been led astray, manipulated even by someone who claimed to know better. This is not a rare occurrence. In fact, it's all too common. There's a whole industry built on the backs of these so-called experts. They package their advice in shiny courses, webinars, and ebooks, and sell them to us, the hopeful and eager students. Financially, this is a precarious position to be in. These experts often ask for a hefty investment in exchange for their wisdom. But when their advice fails to deliver, it's not their wallets that suffer, it's ours. And beyond the financial aspect, there's a deeper issue at play. When we over-rely on experts, we're essentially outsourcing our own judgment. We're giving away our power, our autonomy. We're letting someone else dictate our path. But here's the thing. Success is not a step-by-step manual that can be handed down from one person to another. It's not a recipe to be followed to the letter. The path to success is a deeply personal journey. It's a road paved with our own unique experiences, our own mistakes and triumphs, our own insights and discoveries. It's a path that we must carve out for ourselves, not one that can be mapped out by an expert. The path to success is not a one-size-fits-all journey mapped out by experts. Scene script. Let's redefine the path to success. Picture this, you're on a journey and you have a map. But instead of following the marked path, you decide to create your own. This is the power of self-reliance. It's not about rejecting all guidance, but rather about understanding that you have the power to forge your own path. Consider some of the greatest innovators of our time: Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey, Elon Musk. They didn't follow a predetermined path laid out by an expert. They followed their instincts, their passions, and their relentless drive for success. They made mistakes, faced failures, but each one was a stepping stone, a lesson learned, a tool for growth. Does that mean they never sought guidance? Of course not. But they didn't let it dictate their journey. They used it as a tool, not a crutch. They understood the importance of self-reliance, of trusting their instincts and making their own decisions. Now let's clarify something. Self-reliance doesn't mean you have to do everything alone. It's about understanding that you are the captain of your ship. You can seek guidance, but ultimately the decisions are yours to make. It's about taking responsibility for your actions and outcomes. It's about learning from your failures and turning them into stepping stones. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all path to success. What worked for one person might not work for you. And that's okay. Because it's not about following someone else's path, it's about creating your own. It's about understanding that the journey to success is not a straight line. It's a winding road filled with ups and downs, twists and turns. And here's the beautiful part. Every failure, every setback, every roadblock, they're not obstacles. They're opportunities. Opportunities to learn, to grow, to become stronger, to become better. This is the power of self-reliance. Success is not a destination handed to us by an expert, but a journey we must navigate ourselves. Scene script. Are you playing the lottery game with your success? Perhaps you've been led to believe that your journey to success is like a lottery, where you pay your ticket price to an expert and hope to hit the jackpot with their guidance. But let's be clear, this is a game where the house always wins, and the house isn't you, it's the so-called expert. These self-proclaimed experts are often nothing more than opportunists, treating their guidance like a lottery ticket. They sell their tickets to as many hopefuls as possible, promising the world but often delivering very little. Their focus is not on your success, but on filling their own pockets with the proceeds of your hopes and dreams. Imagine a lottery where thousands of people buy tickets, but only a handful win anything of value. The rest are left empty-handed, their investment wasted. This is often the case with reliance on experts who are more interested in their own gain than in your success. But unlike a lottery, your journey to success should not be a game of chance. It's not about getting the lucky ticket, it's about delivering real promises, about creating value, about building trust. Trust is a scarce commodity in today's world, but it is the foundation of any successful venture. Without trust, you lose credibility, and without credibility, you lose business. So, don't let your success be someone else's winning lottery ticket. Don't let them gamble with your dreams. Your success is not a game of chance. It's a product of your hard work, your dedication, and your passion. It's about rolling up your sleeves and getting your hands dirty. It's about learning from your failures and celebrating your victories. It's about creating your own path, not following someone else's. So, step away from the lottery game of expertise. Take control of your own success. Build your own systems, deliver your own promises, and earn your own trust. You're not a baby anymore. You don't need someone else to guide your every step. Don't let your success be someone else's winning lottery ticket. The best teacher isn't an expert, it's experience. Experience, my friends, is the most honest teacher you'll ever have. It doesn't sugarcoat the truth. It doesn't pretend to be something it's not. It's raw, it's real, and it's right there in front of you. And that's what makes experimentation such an important part of any endeavor, especially in business. Imagine a world where we learn to ride a bike by sitting in a lecture hall, listening to a professor drone on about the physics of balance, the mechanics of pedaling, and the art of steering. It sounds ridiculous, right? That's because it is. The best way to learn to ride a bike is to get on one and start pedaling. You'll wobble, you'll fall, you'll scrape your knees, but eventually you'll find your balance. You'll understand how to steer. You'll master the art of pedaling. That's learning by doing. That's experimentation. The same principle applies to business. You can read all the books, attend all the seminars, and listen to all the podcasts you want. But unless you actually get out there and start doing business, you'll never truly understand what it means to be in business. It's about taking risks, making mistakes, and learning from those mistakes. It's about trying different strategies, tweaking them, and trying again. It's about embracing failure as an opportunity to grow and improve. Remember, every successful entrepreneur out there has a graveyard of failed ideas behind them, but they didn't let those failures deter them. Instead, they took those failures, dissected them, learned from them, and used them as stepping stones to success. They embraced the experiment, and that's what made all the difference. So, if you're ready to embark on your entrepreneurial journey, remember this. The best way to learn business is to do business. Don't be afraid to experiment, to make mistakes, to fail. Because in the end, those are the things that will teach you the most. Ditch the course, embrace the experiment. You are not a baby anymore. You've come a long way, and it's time to step up and take control. We've talked about the dangers of over-reliance on so-called experts, those who would steer you on their path instead of helping you forge your own. They may be nobodies, but their words can hold power over you if you let them. Don't give them that power. Instead, embrace self-reliance. Trust in your own abilities to figure things out. It's not about having all the answers up front, it's about learning as you go, about embracing the journey and the lessons it brings. And remember, the most valuable lessons often come from experimentation. Don't be afraid to try, to fail, and to try again. This is how you learn, this is how you grow. So take control of your own journey to success. Let your success be a real example to the world. You're not a baby anymore. It's time to walk your own path.